If you're thinking about moving to Knoxville or East Tennessee from another state, I want to start by saying this. I understand how big that decision can feel. I moved from Los Angeles to Tennessee, so I know relocation is not just about finding a house. It's about imagining a different pace of life, a different community, a different cost structure, and a different version of your day-to-day. That is exciting, and it can also be overwhelming. A lot of relocation buyers start with the same questions. Where should we live? How far is too far out? What areas feel convenient? What should we know about the schools? Will the home feel as good as in person as it looks online? And are we making a smart financial move? Those are good questions. Our relocation process is built to help you slow down and understand the area before you make a major decision. One of the first things I tell out-of-state buyers is that Knoxville is not simply a less expensive version of the city you are leaving. East Tennessee has its own personality. You will find beautiful neighborhoods, lake communities, mountain views, acreage, historic homes, and homes with a lot of charm that may not be perfectly polished online. That variety is part of the appeal, but it also means you need context. A home may look close to everything on a map, but the drive may feel different in person. A property may look peaceful online, but it may be more rural than you expected. A house may not photograph well, but it may have an excellent layout and great long-term value. Another home may look stunning in photos, but the inspection or location may tell a more complicated story. My job is not to sell you Knoxville. My job is to help you understand Knoxville clearly enough to decide if it fits your life. We start with a relocation conversation. We talk about where you're coming from, what you're hoping to change, what you want to keep, and what matters most in your next chapter. Do you need quick access to healthcare? Do you travel often and need airport convenience? Are you working remotely and need strong internet? Do you want walkability, land, a neighborhood feel, a lake lifestyle, or room for family to visit? We also talk through practical pieces: taxes, insurance, utilities, schools, HOAs, maintenance, and everything else. There are important boundaries in real estate that protect everyone. As your agent, I cannot tell you which school is best or which neighborhood is safe in a way that crosses fair housing lines. What I can do is direct you to websites, resources, and community information so you can evaluate those questions for yourself. I can also help you ask better questions. That is a big part of my job. For example, instead of asking, is this a good area? We might ask, does this location support your commute, lifestyle, budget, and daily needs? Instead of asking, is this too rural? We might look at drive times to food, hospitals, schools, airports, and around your regular routine. Instead of asking, is this house a good deal? We might look at condition, comparable sales, days on market, likely repairs, and future resale. That type of guidance gives you more control. For relocation clients, I also strongly recommend visiting when possible. Come drive the roads, visit neighborhoods, walk through homes, get coffee, go to dinner, and see what daily life could really feel like. The right home is not just the one with the best photos. It is the one that works when you imagine your real life inside and around it. If you cannot come in person right away, use me as a resource. I'll be your boots on the ground, and you should know I'm always going to give you my genuine feedback. I'll always be honest about what we can and cannot know from a distance. That honesty matters. Relocation should feel informed, never pressured. If you're considering a move to Knoxville or East Tennessee, the next step is a relocation clarity call. We will talk through your goals, your timelines, what you're hoping to find, and what you need to understand before making the move. You don't need to have it all figured out before we talk, because that is exactly what this conversation is for.